Hey guys, day three of 12 days of collabs here on my channel. If you're interested in hearing who I'm collabing with and what it's all about, then just keep watching. Okay, so duh, you already saw the title, you know what it's about, but you maybe missed who I'm collabing with? Today's collaboration is with none other than the palette queen herself, Karen Harris. I am so excited that I get to work with her today. I have watched her for a really long time. I feel like I've even watched her for longer than Brit. I just can't remember, but she is just so sweet. Like, the best way that I can describe her is she has the absolute richest, most buttery voice. Is that weird? Anyway, Karen Harris is here on YouTube. She's been on YouTube for quite a while, and the one thing that she's known about is her colorful eye looks. She has such a love for eyeshadow palettes. That's just what she's known for. What I know her best for is her lives when she would do like the swatch sessions, the swatch parties, and you just like literally sit there and watch her swatch. It was like so entertaining and so satisfying to watch that. And so that's how I came to learn of Karen Harris's channel. We didn't really start communicating too much until just a few months ago, and I'm just so thrilled because, you know, it's one thing to see somebody on YouTube and like see, you know, kind of have an idea of what they're like, but when you start talking to somebody and you learn about them, you're just like, oh my God, she's just as nice as what she looks like in her videos, you know? And so she's the sweetest. We're always on Marco Polo, like just talking about randoms, whatever. And she is just so sweet, so cute. She has the most adorable personality on YouTube. If I had to like pick something to say, like, she's just the best. If you guys don't know about her, which I'm sure you guys do, but if you don't, go check her video out after this, because for her, I was thinking that this is probably going to be a much harder task than it is for me. I mean, I have a lot of eyeshadow, but she has a lot of eyeshadow. She just recently had this video where she showed over 200 palettes, and it's like, holy shit. I don't have anything near that. So this should be a really fun video to watch her do. During the video, if you like what you see, give me a like. Make sure and subscribe. We have a great big luxury 1,000 subscriber giveaway going right now, and it's open through December 18th. So definitely go check that out. I'll pop it up here so you guys can go check that out after this video. But first, go check out Karen Harris, because I know her video is gonna be so good. Of course, I always say, go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where we can connect, become makeup friends. Everything's linked down below. Karen's information is also linked down below. Go watch her video, go subscribe, and go follow her on Instagram. She is just the best. Karen, thank you for working with me. I am so excited about this collab. I'm excited about all of the collabs, but I'm just so proud that you agreed to do this with me, and I just thank you so much. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I have 5 palettes. One is technically a quint. Y'all knew this was coming. You knew. I kind of lost my mind when these Dior quints started releasing, so I'll just go with that one first. About a month ago, a subscriber asked me if I could do a video ranking all my Dior quints. So if you're watching, just know, honey, that I am working on that. That's gonna be something you see later this month. But let's go ahead and let me show you what my favorite number one of all the quints that I purchased was. So one of my top 5 palettes for 2020 is my Dior Denim. You guys, this is such a beautiful quint. I mean, I love color, and I was dying and drooling over Jungle, which is the green one. I'll pop it up here. But honestly, from all of the looks that I created, from how it looked on my skin tone and what I was able to do and create with the quints, I feel like my favorite look was with the denim. I absolutely loved it. I created a really, I thought, beautiful halo here on YouTube when I reviewed my denim quint, and then I also had used it like a couple days prior, and I posted a picture on Instagram, so I'll post it here so you guys can see that. But it's just so fun. Like, I just love, to be honest, truth be told, green is my favorite color, and then my second favorite color is blue. So it's not that much of a shock to me, but like, you know, the Dior formula is there. So obviously it was going to be a favorite, but when it came to the color story, I really feel like Dior Denim was my absolute favorite. And so this is number 1. Number 2, this is going to surprise people that know me because I say this all the time. I try to stay away from nudes. I hate nudes. Like, nudes are boring. I want green. I want glitter all day, every day. I want to sparkle like a fairy. Like, that's just me. However, this little palette, you guys, it just really shocked me. I said this in a previous video, but I don't use the same palette every single day. I just don't. And there's been a couple standouts to me this year. And this was one that I was like, I'll buy it to review, and I'll buy it because I love him. But you guys, I've been reaching for it so much. I'll pop a picture here of a look that I created once, and this look stood out to me because I was trying to create like a smoky, like fall look, and I wanted to go with like a red smoked out look, and I wanted to just start with like a transition color, so I reached for my Wayne Goss. This is the Imperial Topaz palette, and I just wanted like a transition shade, maybe this one, maybe that one, and I didn't even realize what I was doing, but I started creating a look, and by the time I was done, I had used all 6 shades, and had created this really beautiful pumpkin-like look. And those are the shades right there. It is just an essential palette. It is such a perfect everyday palette. Like I said, there's already a dip in that one. That's kind of crazy. There's kind of a dip in there, but my nail went in there, but there's a dip in that one. There's a dip in that one. And honestly, I've used the black one quite a bit as well. And it's just crazy to me because, again, I don't reach for neutral tone palettes a lot. Like, I don't reach for any one palette every single day either. But this just became such a little staple. I was just so happy with the quality of the product. I'm so happy supporting Wayne Goss because he's just one of the most amazing humans in my mind that I've ever met on YouTube. And it's just really, really good. He just posted yesterday, he just posted yesterday about like, why do the pan sizes look so big? And then he compared it to like a bunch of other brands that have similar pan sizes when it comes to measuring the grams of the pan. His are just shaped differently, so they're definitely very generous pan sizes, but you know, they're not super, super large where you would be intimidated to buy it because you'll never run out. Not at all. There's other brands that have similar pan sizes when it comes to the size of the grams per pan. This is just shaped a little bit differently, and it's really thin when you look at it. So, yeah, Wayne Goss, you did it with this one, man. I love this. This is a top 5 for me in 2020. The next one you guys saw in my video yesterday, but like, duh, I had to name it today again. And I just thought it was kind of funny that I had these videos back to back because I didn't plan it that way, but whatevs. So the next top 2020 palette for me is the Natasha Denona Glam palette. I talked about this in my video yesterday. I'll link it up here, but I never did a review on this because I didn't really buy it right away when it released. I was like trying to resist it, and I tried and tried, and one of my good friends on here actually kept saying, it's good, it's good. And she's not one to like push over consumerism, you know, she says save your money, but she was like, I will never stop you from buying this palette because it's that good. She has a similar skin tone to me, and so I was like, cool tones though, like really? I'm actually wearing it today. Look at how beautiful that is. I do agree with like the controversial nature of the marketing and positioning of this palette. Natasha Denona was a total fail in terms of how they marketed the product. They could have done a lot better. I will never steer away from a diversity and inclusion conversation, and I just thought that it was insensitive, and as a makeup mogul as she is, she should have thought about that. But that aside, the quality, the colors, the looks that you can create, this is such a perfect everyday palette. Honestly, these two palettes are ones that I've reached for a lot this year, not on camera, but just in my everyday life, which, you know, I do more than just YouTube, so it's important. And so that's why this is a top 5 for 2020 for me. I love it, honey. I love it. All right, the next one, you guys are gonna just like roll your eyes like, duh. This is gonna be in everybody's countdowns. This is gonna be in everybody's videos. Like, do we know? Well, there we go. I just showed you what it was. It is Sydney Grace Tiny Marvels palette. My gosh, you guys, does it get any better than this? Let me just tell you, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. When I saw swatches, when like Mel Thompson announced this palette, I was like, looking at each pan, I was like, yep, 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 that's right. It's like she made this palette just for me, you guys. Like, everything about this palette is like my dreams. Like, my favorite colors, I will say, everybody probably thought was the Mantis, but in reality, my favorite colors were Scarab and this one here, Meadowhawk, that has a dent in it already, and Firebutts. Firebutts was like my favorite of all. And I actually, in my video, I'll link it up here, I'll show you, because I actually found an exact dupe, like in a Natasha Denona palette, which is so exciting for an indie brand. But that's Scarab. Look at how gorgeous, honey. What? That's Firebutts. That's the one I found dupe for in Pat McGrath. But like, I love Sydney Grace so much. I mean, I love Pat McGrath too, but it's just nice that we can find this in an indie brand. And then that's Meadowhawk. Those are my 3 favorite colors from the palette. I've really torn into this palette. I've used it quite a bit. And like I said, Meadowhawk, well, Meadowhawk and Marvel, funny enough, like the 2 pink shimmer shades, and Scarab have quite a dip, and so do Tree Hopper, because it's just so pretty, guys. You cannot argue with this. This is like perfection in a palette. Mel Thompson is a genius. Heather and Sydney Grace in general, they're just good at what they do. They do eyeshadows so well. They're smart. And like, shout out to the artist that worked on this palette as well. I mean, the art alone just draws you in. So, yep, top 5 for 2020. And the last one. There was not a dud in this palette, honey. Not one bad egg. I'm just saying, you can be mad at me. I don't care. But you knew damn well I was not going to forget about my Mama Pat. Like, Mama Pat, she knows what she's doing. You know, she doesn't always do what we want her to do, but she knows what she's doing. I'm just saying. And the last one is Celestial Divinity by Pat McGrath. There was, again, some controversy about this palette, about the packaging, about blah, 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 blah. I mean, all true. Yeah, some of it was warranted. But in my eyes, the fact that people that didn't have the Star Wars 6-pan palettes that were released last year had an opportunity to not only get those shades, but then to like also get 6 new shades in the middle. Like, to me, that was worth it. I didn't buy it right away because at the time I was just feeling like I had purchased too much. And then thank goodness that Beauty and the Frizz like talked some sense into me, and she was just like, girl, don't even think about it. Like, just add to cart, add to cart. And add to cart I did, and it was just beautiful. I've actually used, like, that one has a dip in it. This one has a good dent in it. That one has a good dent in it. So that kind of gives you an idea of the shades I've been going for. But honestly, this one, oh, this, you know, it stands out to me, but what you're going to find is like a common theme. It looks like Scarab in the pan, but then when you swatch it, it's a little bit different. It has more green luminescence in there, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Now, that is one of the newer shades. And then another shade that I really, really loved is this one here, which is this purple one there. And I just loved it, you guys. I mean, they're all like butter, like... How is she this good? Like, how is she this good? You know what I'm saying? But like, oh my God, you guys, it's so, so pretty. Not a bad egg in the nest. They are all amazing. They're all good. I feel like, you know, yeah, we sacrificed a little bit on the packaging, but the price, I mean, $78 for 18 shades, and I know that's not cheap. I know this, but what I'm saying is for Pat McGrath it is, and you still got the same quality, and all you did was get cardboard packaging, but it was still nice. Like, the art was still definitely there, you know what I'm saying? But for me, it was so worth it. I really, really like it. So I just think it's funny because it's like the 2 that I slept on were 2 that became absolute favorites for me this year. So moral of the story, don't skip out on Natasha Denona releases. Don't skip out on Pat McGrath, for sure. Like, duh. You got to get them every time because they're going to be that good. I'm curious. I want to know what your top 5 palettes were this year. They don't have to be new. They just have to be new to you, because reality is that I just kind of came into this makeup space just a little bit ago. I didn't buy this much makeup, and like, Now I'm kind of catching up and buying like the Natasha Denona palettes that I really love. Like I just got the Metropolis and the Gold palette recently, and those aren't new, but they're new to me, and I just discovered them, so it just makes me excited about them because they really are like classic pieces, you know? And I think for me, like the eyeshadows are always what like pulls the whole look together, you know? And so I don't know, it's just fun. It's fun for me too because I love glitter, I love color, and so there's no stopping me. Like I will go wherever, do anything that I want with my eyes, and it doesn't bother me. It's a normal day at the office, honey. So for me, it's just a lot of fun to play with eyeshadow. So those are my top 5 for 2020. I'm just curious, what are yours? Like share with me in the comments down below. Like, do you agree with my choices? Do you think I picked the wrong palettes? What are your favorites? I would love to know. I would also love to know that you are going to go check out my girl, Karen Harris. She just recently hit 8,000 subscribers on YouTube, and with good reason. She is a doll. She's so sweet. Like she exudes nothing but sweetness. And I'm so happy that I'm your friend, Karen. Thank you for agreeing to do this with me. It was an honor. I hope you guys like day 3 of my collabs. It's getting better and better. So tune in tomorrow for another amazing collaboration. Tomorrow is actually a really special one because it will be a group of us, and so I'll share more about that tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you're notified of all my future uploads. What that means is that you actually hit the little bell, but you hit the notifications to all so that you don't miss any of my videos, especially with the 12 days of collabs, because every day it's something new with a new creator. So that's really exciting and fun. But definitely do that. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And go visit my girl Karen. All of her information is listed down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Day 3, yes! Thank you. Bye!